सतुल्या नहीं दृशा लंघनीया मनुष्य आभिर्मत्ताभि परिचारयस्व नचिकेतो मरणं मानुप्राक्षेह।
हरिः ओम्। गणानाहं त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपवस्रवत्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतः न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्थितसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ओम्। Today we are going to take up the Kathopanishad, chapter 1, Valli 1 and 25th mantra. 25th mantra runs like this. Ye he kama durlabha matya lokhe tarvan kaman achandatah prarthayasva imha rama saradha suturya nahi drusha labhyaniya manushyaih apihi matprapratibhi parichaarasyasva nachiketo maranam manuprakshihi. So let us see the English literation of this particular mantra. Such heavenly pleasures, even unattainable to mortals, I offer to thee. Celestial nymphs with chariots and heavenly music to delight thee. The maids and the servants on call to serve thee. Desist looking for answers on the final exit, do I speak thee. Lucrative were the offers by the god of destiny aptly. Then, a short gist of the mantra. Yama continues to insist on Nachiketas to opt for an alternative boon, for which again he makes generous offers. He offers all that is not possible to be got and obtained on earth by an ordinary human. Nachiketas could have it all in bountiful abundance, including unlimited ihaloka pleasures, wherein he is assured of the services of queuing up of apsarastris, that is nymphs, at his service and at his call, who could dance, sing and entertain him. In addition to these entertainment aspects, he would be facilitated with the service of waiters at his call for all his needs. Nachiketas would be absolutely free to have his command, exercisable over all these rare and rare availabilities to an ordinary human on earth. As a quid pro quo, Yama expects Nachiketas to give up his desire and the boon to know about the death and the sheltering of and parking of the Atma after its departure from the human body. Now let us go into the further detailed aspects of the mantra. Mrityu Bhagavan continues further on his efforts to dissuade Nachiketas from the demand of the third boon as asked for. He makes a frantic effort to have it substituted by another demand by only he would expect that he does not ask for the happenings of the soul after departing from the dead. One can hardly find a desireless person in this world. Even sannyasis are not accepted to the desire. People who choose to become a sannyasi belong to two categories. The common one is that who wants to escape from the worldly commitments, running away from the family responsibilities due to stress and strain that he or she is exposed to. This is based on the choosing something better as one option. This way, we find most of the sannyasis without any much of a vairagya. They enter into the state of so-called renouncers. They are not in real sense a sannyasi. A sannyasi is the one who has contemplated well about all the temporariness of the life and that he develops a vairagya and viveka or the spiritual path only with a owing to reach the ultimate bliss of eternal ananda. Some sannyasis in their pursuits get engaged in establishing ashramas with an intent to become acharyas and the bodhakas. They too get engaged with all intricacies of samsara in their own style and are seen not engaged or disengaged from all the worldly pleasures. They resort to use modern gadgets, facilities and infrastructure to their advantage with an apparent outlook of sannyasi in kashaya, that is in saffron. There is only a handpicking a person to be recognized as a real sannyasi. He is the one who has a staunch faith in Atma-vichara and sticks to the pursuit until realization or mokshutvam. Some become yogis and siddha purusha, and these people too are not the real achievers in life. They pilfer their achievements, are unable to consolidate and fail to be a prey to all these worldly happenings, losing their meditative efforts in search for Brahman within. They do not get bestowed with sakshatkara and unification with absolute oneness, that is with Brahman. This way, we can understand that the common menfolk are not free from desires and are enslaved with these worldly pleasures and sensual pleasures. They are enslaved by the putreshana, getting bonded to family, wife, son, daughters and grandchildren. They are strongly bound to the wealth and the efforts focused only on earning material wealth. They are wedded to acquisition of land properties, and none among them would accept death that is ever waiting in their doorsteps, that would step into their house at any moment. They do not get themselves disengaged from sensual pleasures. They are all toxins that they are well soaked in. These pleasures-oriented living would never fetch relief from samsara and moksha, but still a chunk and most of the lot try to adhere only to this type of a living. If a person wants to get a favor, he may please in any one of these aspects, sensing the weakness in him. The weakness plays a role, but all these pleasures that the men seek also need effort and labor. It again is not an easily achievable thing. Here, Yamadharma tries to use all these weaknesses in human, applying in the case of Nachiketas. He offers all the pleasures in the world that is not so easily achievable. The Sugabhoha through wealth and yonder is being assured on the part of Yama. He offers accessories to entertain him with music, dance and other means. He could use them as his mace at call. All that is the feature of Swargaloka, he assures, is at all at his disposal and command of Nachiketas. There are certain pleasures enjoyable only through Deva Sarira and not with the human Sarira. Even such of the rare availability to men could be provided by the generous offerings of Yama in substitution of the third boon originally asked for by Nachiketas. Eye Kama Durlabha Vrityaloke. So, is a portion of this mantra that brings out all that is essence of the pleasurable things of Devaloka that is being made available to him in this very Bhuloka abundantly without even asked for. The weakest aspect of men is the sensual pleasure that is sought through beautiful women. Even Rishimunis like Vishwamitra also got prey to it. He is supposed to be a Brahmarishi. He also fell prey to it. And similarly, Ravana also fell prey to it, feeling a moha at Sita, Rama's consort. Like that, this is the weakest portion of a human, where he falls prey to the sensual pleasures. These are all the things which lures one. Nachiketas, Maranam Manuprakshi, a frantic request on the part of Yama to give up his request for the third boon, Atma-vidya. He again makes an appeal to him that he be satisfied with all that is being considered to be granted in lieu of the original boon. As this acts dissuasion on the part of Mrityu Bhagavan is only a series of tests to assess the eligibility for the Siksha. Traditional Gurukula Siksha in our primitive and olden days constituted such eligibility test before one could be accepted as Sishya. Mrityu Bhagavan has almost accepted him as his Sishya and an eligible and competent person to have Upadesam on the Atma-vidya. It is signified by a grant of a Shringam to Nachiketas. He gives a mala, that itself is a recognition, but still he doesn't leave him so easily like that. He keeps on putting Nachiketas into different tests and to test the Vairagya of Nachiketa. This may be recalled, that is the Shringam offered to Nachiketa. But all this seemingly a test conducted on Nachiketas is a method of making common man understand the difficulty that one may face in the pursuit of spirituality and to gain the status of mumukshutvam. Om Sakana Bhavatu Sakano Bhunaktu Sakavirjam Karavavahe Tejasvinavatitamastuma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Ho.